Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do 3 ways to slay your brows using powder, pomade, and pencil. We're gonna start off with a pomade, and here I'm showing you all of the products that we will be using. I'll highlight what they are later on as we get to each of them individually. If you're wondering why I'm using a toothbrush, you can go back to my first video and there I give you a full explanation why everything. Okay, so we're starting off with Makeup Revolution Brow Pomade in Graphite, and basically what I'm doing is drawing a line underneath my eyebrow as a template to how I want it to look, and I'm dragging out the tail of my eyebrow a bit more because I don't have a lot of brow hairs at the end. Now I'm gonna do the same to the top as I did to the bottom. I'm gonna start in the middle and work my way to that tail, and basically gonna connect the two. And when you're doing this, make sure you take your time so you can draw your brow how you want it to look. Okay, so now I'm just filling in the tail part of my eyebrows. I like this part to be the darkest because when you have the front lighter than the end of your eyebrows, it looks way more natural and it flows better. Here I'm just showing you to clean off the excess product because we're going to do the front. And with the front, I'm basically taking a very light hand and creating hair-like strokes at the beginning to make it a little bit thicker than what my natural eyebrows look like. And then I'm gonna connect the top lines together to make them flow more seamlessly. Make sure when you are doing any of these steps shown here that you take your time. It is not a race. Trust me, when you go in more precisely and you have patience, it comes out a lot better than if you're rushing. And also remember, practice makes perfect. Now here I'm going in with Kisses Pro Touch Concealer in shade 13 Golden Honey, and I'm taking a flat top brush to cut my eyebrows. Now you can use a rounded tip flat brush as well if that is more comfortable for you, but I like how the flat brushes cut the brows better. And here I'm just going back in with my pomade to sharpen up any lines that may have been concealed that I didn't want concealed. And also I just blend out all of my concealers with really tiny beauty blenders, small beauty blenders, and I like to buff the front of my eyebrows with my sponge as well. And here I'm using my City Color brow gel to just set my eyebrows in place. Okay, so this is my pomade brow done. Here we're moving on to the pencil. I'm using NYX eyebrow pencil. It's the brown shade. Now, the difference between the pomade and the pencil is that the pencil is gonna look a lot more natural. And as it says there, make sure your pencil is sharp because you get the best results when you have a sharp pencil because you can be more precise. Now here I'm taking the pencil, I'm just going under the bottom of my eyebrow and creating a line and doing the same at the top, basically the same guideline from the pomade as well. And I'm just filling in the back of the brow to make sure it looks thick. And as I come to the front, I'm just gonna lightly draw in the bottom line and then lightly do the top. Then I'm just gonna draw some strokes at the front as well. And this came out a little thick, so basically what you'll see me do is take the toothbrush again and just feather it out so it looks a lot more natural than what it looks like now. And still you can make sure you can see some brow here, so it's peeking through just the tiniest bit. Ignore that little wood shaving, but yeah, just making sure that the line is straight. And I'm gonna take my same flat brush and my concealer again, and I'm gonna cut the brows. And here I'm gonna show you. So basically you wanna slowly go up against the grain of your eyebrow. You want to take your time with this step. Do not rush this. This is where it makes or breaks, because how you fill in your eyebrows doesn't necessarily need to be the cleanest, but when you clean it up with the concealer is when you will see what it will look like at the end. So here I just slowly went in and carved out the bottom part of my eyebrow. Please do this in steps. And now I'm taking the flat part and I'm just basically gonna carve out the top as well. Now the top is, in my opinion, the hardest part of your eyebrow to do, because you can go left really quickly. So you just wanna take your time and fill it out. And also, don't forget, you can always come back in with whatever product you're using and just make sure your eyebrow is as sharp as you want them to be. There, I made a little mistake, but I'll clean that up in a second. Just remember, patience is key for these things here, because eyebrows takes a lot of practice. And here I'm just going back in again with my brow gel to set that in place as well. And as you can see, this looks a bit more natural than the pomade brows, so if you're now starting off, a pencil would be a good idea. Just cleaning it up with the toothbrush to make sure everything's set in place. Now, I'm going to use this angled flat brush for the third part of this video, which is powder. So here we're coming in with another clean brow, and I'm using my James Charles X Morphe palette, shades Berry, No Beans, and Spooky to fill in my eyebrows. Now, my eyebrows came out a little purple. That's because I used majority of Berry, because I do not own any brow powders. Mostly because I only use pomade for my brows now. But fun fact, when I started off doing my eyebrows, I started with powder, then I moved to pencil, and now I'm at pomade. So, you know, choose whichever is or seems the most easiest for you. And here I'm just basically following the same steps that I use for the pomade and the powder and the pencil with the powder. And I'm just basically filling in all of the spaces. And note, with powder, it's a lot more forgiving because powder is very light, so you can just brush it off easily. But I'm just basically filling in my eyebrow. I didn't go in specifically with any lines at the top or the bottom. I'm just filling in the actual spaces themselves, and then I'm just brushing lightly at the beginning. And here I'm just making sure that the tail is defined, because as I said earlier, I personally don't have any eyebrow tails, unfortunately. Here I'm just gonna cut my eyebrows again with some concealer, very lightly, and slowly, taking my time to make sure that the shape is exactly what I want it to be. Here I'm just coming back in with a toothbrush to make sure that the front doesn't look too boxy, just light strokes, and going back in with the powder to fill in any gaps that I missed and to sharpen up the brow a little bit more. And here we have the completed powder brow. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and just let me know any other video ideas you have in the comments. Bye!